Do you remember when many countries were in lockdown due to the corona crisis in the spring of 2020? The people were told to stay at home for weeks or even months to prevent the virus from spreading. Lots of people started renovating their houses and gardens. Some people would stand in the queues for hours at the Home Depot stores. In this news article, a researcher in psychology at the University of Essex explains that most people are uncomfortable with the negative thoughts and emotions that pop up when we are slowing down. Renovating our houses and gardens became a collective coping mechanism for people to deal with the uncertainty and negative thoughts that came with the corona crisis. It was something that people could control, plan, enjoy, and feel good about in times of uncertainty. We live in a society where we think that we have to be busy all of the time. But in fact, being busy all the time often means that people are restless, and that they are not taking time to release, recover, and reflect. That is why we focus so much on the unconscious mind and behavioral patterns. Of course, everyone reacts in different ways, but there are some general principles which will help you to understand what is going on in your own life, and which you can use when planning your energy management. You'd be surprised to understand how everyone has formed their own coping mechanisms. We all have our own strategies to help us deal with unpleasant situations and thoughts. And you should be able to notice when it happens, even when you're in the heat of the moment. Instead of observing your behavior and taking small steps to change your thoughts and actions, it sometimes feels easier to search for quick fixes. And once these quick fixes become a habit, it is difficult to break the cycle. Mind 5 is not about quick fixes, but about observing your thoughts and behavior in a non-judgmental way, finding patterns in behavior, and taking small steps that will lead to incremental change in the longer term. There are 2 ways of dealing with stress and uncertainty. First, you can pay attention to what's going on, reflect, and process how stress affects you, which is not an easy thing to do. As humans, we are the only creatures who can create memories linked to an emotion. Of course, animals can be traumatized and reminded of the trauma in certain situations, but they cannot be reminded of the traumatic experience by an emotion alone. For instance, just the feeling of being inadequate by itself can remind a person of something which happened in their past. Alternatively, you can choose solutions that will help you block the negative thoughts and emotions. Often, these solutions are quick fixes used as a way to block your thoughts and not pay attention to what is going on. This can include going on social media to receive approval from friends, drinking, or eating unhealthy foods. Over time, these coping mechanisms can become habits which are hard to break. If we want to change human behavior, we first need to understand our own behavior, our habits in daily life, and also how we respond to the stress associated with change. Once you have cracked the code of your own behavioral change, complex projects will become a lot easier. At Mind 5, we have cracked the code of behavioral change. With our proven Mind 5 method, you will be able to effectively deal with the stress that comes with change. You will thrive in situations where other people would freeze and be able to find your optimal performance level. Not as a one-time thing, but whenever and wherever you want. Find us at mind5training.com.